Dear students, welcome to today's class. This is your science sir. Today's topic is competency-based questions from GCF. You know that in first semester exam, the syllabus was from LCM only, and in second semester the question will the syllabus included only HCF problems. So let's solve a competency-based question related to GCF. I think you know the full meaning of GCF. GCF means greatest common factor, and there are many other versions. In class 4 you were taught HCF. HCF means highest common factor. Both are same. GCF, HCF, both are same. There are another name GCD, that is greatest common divisor. All three are same. Okay, so you will not get confused with these words. At first, when we do GCF, at first we have to know when we do GCF. When any question asks about these words like largest, okay, largest. Then if a question asks maximum, something, find maximum, something to find largest. If the question asks to find something greatest, then we do GCF or HCF. So GCF from G, this is greatest, but in other words largest, maximum, like this word you can find in your questions. Let's see a question. I hope all of you got the math suggestion, and from the math suggestion, the question number 3, LCM and GCF, in chapter 5 in your book, you can find the topics there. Let's read the question. 60 kg rice, 40 kg flour, and 32 kg pulse are bought for distributing among some flood affected families. Now question number A asks, what is the largest number of families among whom rice and flour can be divided equally? Rice and flour. Question number A asks to find the largest number of families. So the question says largest, so we'll do GCF. So what are the numbers we have to find the GCF? We have to find the GCF of 60 and 40, because the question asks only about two items, rice and flour, and the rice is 60 kg and flour is 40 kg. So we find the GCF of 60 and 40 in number A. We have to find the GCF of 60 and 40. We have to find the GCF of 60 and 40. In class 5, you know that we will do this GCF in Euclid method. What is Euclid method? 60 and 40. So if we do Euclid method here, at first we have to see that it is divisible. These two numbers are divisible by a smaller number, that is the smallest number 2. So if it is divided by 2, we can find 2 30s are 60 here, and 2 20s are 40 here, and now we see again we can divide this by 2, and 2 15s are and 2 10s are. So now we can find that it is divisible by 5 here. 5. Both number is divisible by 5. So 5 3s are 15 and 5 2s are 10. So we cannot find another one. So the GCF. So in previous syllabus, we when we find LCM, we multiplied all these numbers, including the bottom line numbers also. But here, to find the GCF, we will multiply these numbers only. These 3 numbers we multiply. These 3 numbers, not here. No, not here. We will not multiply these 2 numbers. We only multiply these the left side's numbers. So the numbers are 2 times 2 times 5. So what is the answer? 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. So what is the maximum? What is the question? What is the largest number of families among whom rice and flour can be divided equally? So finally we can write the answer as the largest number of families, the largest number of families is 20. That is, among 20 families we can provide this rice and flour maximum 20 families, not 20 kg. Here the unit is not 20 kg. Here the unit is the number of families. So number of families never becomes kg. So we cannot write here the unit kg. So be careful with that. Now we do number B, question number B. Let's read the question number B. What is the largest number of families among whom rice, pulse and flour can be divided equally? So now question number A and B almost same, but in question number B we already took 2 quantities, rice and flour, but in here we have to take all 3 quantities, rice, flour and pulse. So in question number B, let's see. We have to find the GCF. Question number B, we have to find the GCF of 60, 40 and 32 all. So we do here the Euclid method also, but there is a difference with LCM and GCF here. In LCM we see if any 2 number is divisible by smallest number or common number, then we divide, we go for that. But for GCF we have to check if all the numbers are divisible by a specific number. Okay, so for example, if we divide it by 2, all are divisible. But if we see that it is divisible by 2, okay, let's see, 2. So we have to divide, it must require to divide all the numbers, not only 2. Just 60 divided by 2 is 30, 40 divided by 2 is 20 and 32 is divided by 2 is 16. Now let's let's look again. We can divide all these 3 numbers by 2 again. So 15, it will be 10 times 2 is 20 and 8 times 2 is 16. But now here 15 and 10, it is divisible by both, divisible by 5, but 8 cannot be divisible by, cannot be divided by 5. So we cannot take 5 as the common denominator, as the common divisor, because the main difference between the LCM and GCF here, that for LCM any two number is divisible. When any two number is divisible, we can write the common divisor. But in GCF, all three numbers, all 3 digits or 4 digits or 5 digits, all 4 digits, all 3 digits, all 2 digits should be divisible, must be divisible by a common divisor. Otherwise, we cannot take it. So the GCF should be, the GCF will be 2 times 2 only. These two numbers only. We cannot take the bottom numbers. We will take these two number only. 2 times 2 is 4. So we can write here the number, the maximum number of families. The largest number is 4 families. So among 4 families we can distribute these items. Okay. Now move on to question number C. Let's read the question number C again. If the quantity of pulse is having 12 kg less, then what is the largest number of families among whom rice, pulse and flour can be divided equally? Here, question number A, B and C all are same, but in question number C, question asks that the number of amount of pulse is 12 kg less. So we have to write here, if amount of pulse is 12 kg less. 12 kg less, we have to subtract 32, then 32 minus 12 equal to 20 kg. So now we have to find, we need to find the GCF of, we need to find the GCF of 60, 40 and 20. Same method we will do the Euclid here also, 60, 40 and 20. So at first we see whether it is divisible by 2. Yes, all the numbers are divisible by 2. And again we see all the numbers are divisible by 2. So we divide 15, 10 and 5. Now see, again we can divide these 3 numbers by 5. So we can take 5 as the common divisor also. So if we divide these 3 numbers by 5, we will get 3 here, 2 here and 1 here, and that completes the answer. So GCF here will be, we will take only these left side's answers but not the bottom side divisor. So 2 times 2 times 5, 2 2s are 4, 4 times 5 is 20. So the largest number is 20 families. Okay, so I think if you practice GCF from book at first and then you attempt for the competency based question, you can do much better. Now we will solve another problem from your question, from your suggestion, competency based question number 2. We will solve question number 2 now. So let's do question number, what is question number 2 here? Okay, question number 2 asks, question number 2 is the teacher The teacher wants to. The teacher wants a question. This question, the teacher wants to divide 24 bananas, 42 biscuits and 54 chocolates equally among the students. Question number A asks, find the maximum number of students whom the teacher can distribute those items equally. And question number B says, how many chocolates will a student get more than bananas? Okay, at first question number A, here we need to find the maximum number of students. Maximum number of students. So we have to find the GCF. We have to find the GCF of 24, 42 and 54. So as the previous one, we will do the Euclid method here. 40, 22, 24, 42 and 54. So if we do Euclid here, at first we can divide it by 2 because all are even numbers. So all even numbers will be divisible by 2. So at first we divide it by 2. We get 12, 21 and 27. Now we have to see that whether it is divisible by 2 or 3. We see that all the three numbers are divisible by 3. So we now divide it by 3. 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are 3 9s are. Now here the numbers are not divisible by any other number, so the GCF will be 2 times 3. Only these two sides number, not the bottom line. So if we multiply this 2 times 3 is 6. So we finally write the maximum number of students will be 6. The maximum number of student is 6, which completes answer number A. So now I think you can understand when you pause the video, you will from time to time you will pause the video and you will practice. Now let's begin question number B. Question number B, you have to find the number of items each student got. From A we get that the maximum number of student is 6. So if each and every item will be divided by 6, then each student will get those items. For example, how many chocolates will a student get more than bananas? So we need to find the number of chocolates and bananas at first. So number of chocolate each student will get. Each student will get, number of chocolates is 54 divided by 6. Why divided by 6? Because the number of maximum student is 6. In number A we got the answer number 6. So each student will get 54 divided by 6 chocolates. So the answer is 9 chocolates. Again, how many bananas will each student get? Each student will get bananas. So 24 divided by 6. The number of bananas were 24. So 24 divided by 6 is 4 bananas. So number of chocolates is 9 and number of bananas is 4. But the question, read the question again. How many chocolates will a student get more? So in class I always say that when any question asks about how many more or how many less, we need to find the difference here. So how many more chocolates? How many more chocolates? So we have to subtract. Therefore, each we get 9 minus 4 chocolates more. Chocolates more. That is 5 chocolates more. Each student will get 5 chocolates more than bananas, which completes question number 2. Now question number 3. We will solve question number 3 now. Let's begin. At first, read the question. A teacher wants to divide. Again, that a teacher wants to. A teacher wants to. Again, another question. Question number 3 now. Question number 3. A teacher wants to divide 60 pencils, 36 erasers and 80 notebooks equally to the students. Find the maximum number of students to whom the teacher can distribute those items equally. Question number 3 exactly same as question number 2. So question number 3 will be your homework, SW. Okay, your homework will be question number 3. Okay, let's read question number 4 again. CBQ number 4. Mr. Aziz. Question number 4 is Mr. Aziz. You can find these questions in math suggestion. In math suggestion, which I provided in the class before school were closed. Mr. Aziz wants to distribute 45 black, 48 red and 66 yellow color pencil among some students. What is the largest number of students among whom red and yellow color pencil can be divided equally? Okay, I will do this math in shortcut way because we need to solve as many problem as we will solve. We can solve. So as many problem as we can solve. So largest number of students among whom red and yellow. You be careful. You cannot find the GCF of all 3 numbers, that is black, red, yellow, all. The question asks only red and yellow, and red and yellow number just 48 and 66. We just find the GCF of 48 here and 33 here. Even again we divide it, we will get this 2 numbers. So now we cannot divide it by more, and GCF will be 2 times 3, that is 6. You have to write the description here, but I didn't write because the time is too short for online class. So the answer will be 6 here. In number B, what we do, what is the largest number of students among whom the pencils can be divided equally? Now we will take all these three numbers, that is 45 and 48 and 66. All these three numbers we do Euclid method now. Here at first we will divide these numbers by, we have to divide all these numbers. So at first we have to divide it by 3. So we get 15 and 16 and 22 here. Now let's see if these three numbers can be divided by any number. Let's take 2. 16 and 22 can be divided by 2, but 15 cannot be divided by 2, so we cannot take any number now. So no other number can be divided all these three numbers, so only the answer is 3. So GCF is 3 here. So the maximum number of student here is 3. Now question number C. Again, question number C asks if the quantity of black colored pencil is 5 less, black color is 45, so it is 5 less, so 40. Now we will find all the GCF of 40, 48 and 66. If we find this GCF, we can find the answer. So you know the answer is 2, 24, 33, and here we cannot divide these numbers further to any number. It can be divided by 3, it can be divided by 3, but 20 cannot be divided by 3, so the GCF here will be 2. So the answer, the largest number of students among whom pencils can be divided is 2, which completes question number 4. Now you also can do question number 5 from the suggestion. There are 30 boys and 42 girls in grade 5 at Vidyamala Government Primary School. Write the factors of 30 and 42. Let's solve question number 5. Here in class 4 we do lot more questions like this. Write the factors of 30 and 42. 30 and 42. Question number A. Factors of 30. What is factors? The factor are the numbers by which this 30 can be divided. That is, if 30 is divisible by 1 times 30 is 30, so 1 is a factor, so 1 is a factor. Again, if we divide this by 2, we can divide without any remainder. There cannot be any remainder. The remainder should be 0, must be 0. So 2, if we divide 30 by 2, we will get 15 to the 13, 2. We can divide by 3, we can divide by 5, we can divide by 6, we can divide by 10. Okay, we can divide it by 15 and we can divide it by 30. So these are the factors of 30. All these numbers, 1 is a factor of 30, 2 is a factor of 30, 3 is a factor of 30, 5 is a factor of 30. In general, the divisor and the quotient are the factors of the numbers. That is, if we divide it by 2, we get the quotient 15. Again, if we divide it by 3, we will get the quotient 10. So here you can see 2 and 15 are the factors, and here 3 and 10 are the factors. So 5, if we divide it by 5, we'll get 6. 5 are 30, so 5 and 6 are the factors of 30. And common factors, you know, all for all the numbers, common factor is 1 and that number. Always 1 and the number itself will be the factor. So according to this, we will find the factors of 42. Factors of 42 again. So factors of 42 will be at 1 and 42, 2 and 21. Okay, so 42 divided by 2, 21s are 42. So you can easily write the numbers in pairs, because 1 and 42 will be factors, 2 and 21 will be factors, and then if we divide it by 3 14s are 42, 3 14s are 42, so 3 and 14 will be the factors. And also if we divide it by 4, we cannot divide it by 4 without remainder, so 5 we cannot divide it by 5, but 42 can be divided by 6. 6 7s are 42, so here the factors will be 6 7. So how many factors we get? 1 42, 2 and 21, 3 and 14, and 6 and 7. So all these numbers are factors of 42. Okay, now question number B. Find the maximum number of groups the boys and girls can be divided. So as usual, question number B, you will do the GCF of 30 and 42. At first we have to divide it by 2, 15 and 21, and then we should divide it by 3, 5 and 7. So we take these two numbers, so the GCF will be 2 times 3, that is 6. So number of groups, maximum number of groups is 6. Now question number C, you have to write description here, okay, by yourself. Write description by yourself. It will be also your homework. Yourself. So how many question number C. Question number C. What is question number C? How many boys and how many girls are there in each group? Now, how many boys and how many girls are there in each group? So here the maximum number of groups is 6. So if we want to find the number of boys, so total number of boys. What is the total number of boys? The total number of boys is 30. So we have to divide 30 by 6, as the maximum number is 6. So we divide 30 by 6 equal to 5. The number of boys is 5, and the number of girls should be 42 divided by 6, that is 7. Number of girls should be 7 in each group. Now if question asks how many members are there in each group, how many members are there in each group? In each group number of boys is 5, in each group number of boys is 7. So total members 7 plus 5, 12. Though this question is not in the included here, but if question asks here how many total number of members, what is the total number of members, then you can same way. At first you have to find the number of boys, then number of girls, then you add these two numbers, that is 5 plus 7. Okay, so we I think we are learning very good things in this class. So you will practice all these 5 questions, competency based questions, which will be your homework, and you can send your homework in my message box, homework, GCF, math suggestion, question number, CBQ 1 to 5. These 5 questions will be your homework. I hope you enjoyed the class.